Hi, I'm Christine from Potential Unlocked. For many, many years I've worked in the area of improvement through engagement, and I'm really excited to be able to share my knowledge, my expertise and some tips throughout these video clips. So welcome to part 2. We are going to now talk about planning and conducting an audit as part of the series to make sure that our audit runs smoothly. Now there are a number of things that we need to consider. And we normally put together what is called an audit plan. Now, for us as auditors, it keeps us honest. We keep focused because we've got this plan of activities that we're going to go throughout the audit day or days. And we also pass this audit plan on to the auditees so they can start preparing for our visit. So in this audit plan, we need to think through what are the dates, what are the locations of the audit, what are the processes that we're going to be auditing. Because sometimes a process doesn't just sit nicely, neatly in one particular group of people. It can go across various aspects of the organisation, and we've got to understand that. And we've got to know our objective of the audit. So why are we going out to do that? We just don't wake up one morning, decide to go and do an audit. We've got to be very clear about what we want to achieve, because we're out there checking that all of our auditees are doing what they say they're doing in their paperwork. So as I mentioned in part 1, organisations decide on what type of legislation standards they need to conform or comply with, and they break that down into their processes. Now we're going out to audit those processes. Now an organisation can document those processes in any way they see fit. We've got to read it, we've got to understand it before we go out. So we've got the date, we've got the location, we've got the timing of our audits, we've got the processes very clear, and we've also identified the people that we need to speak to, as well as being very clear about our objective and also the processes that we're going to audit. So apart from putting an audit plan together, we also need to make sure we're very clear on the questions that we're going to ask. So we put what we call a work document. The most common work document is a checklist of questions based on the processes that we're going to audit. We ask those questions, we're very clear about the questions. Believe me, it takes a nanosecond for an auditee to work out whether you know what you're talking about. So one of the tips most definitely is, please just don't pick up an already prepared checklist, start asking questions, and an auditee turns around and says, well, why are you asking me that? If you haven't done your homework, a really good question, why am I asking that? So do your homework first. If you have to write your checklist yourself, always based on the procedural document you're reading. Also another tip, please make sure that you're reading the most up-to-date information, because sometimes it's not always the case. Another tip, and I cannot stress this more strongly, is that please, please, please do as much homework as possible before you go out, and you really will reap the benefits when you get out there, because the auditee will see that you've actually done your homework, you've got a vested interest in what's going on. If you'd like any more information about what we've talked through today, please reach out to Potential Unlocked. Thank you.